Hi everyone, Aidan here with eachweather.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Hollywood Rack's Destination 4 bike rack here on our 2016 Coachmen Mirada Motorhome. Now this is going to be a platform style bike rack capable of holding up to 4 bikes, each up to 35 pounds. You want to be careful when picking out a bike rack and make sure that it is specified for motorhome use. You are going to have more vibration and shock back here at the hitch than you would on a typical passenger vehicle, and you want to make sure that the bike rack is tested and supported in that application, and this one is. There aren't many 4-bike platform racks kind of in that class, so it's good to see that you have that option. We did have some clearance issues with our large mountain bike here. With the way the handlebars are, they're just so long. It did have some contact here with the motorhome on the very innermost cradle. So if you do pick this up, just keep that in mind. If you've got something like a smaller road bike, maybe with something that has just less handlebar clearance, then it'd be fine. Or maybe you put a kid's bike up here, that would also be fine. It's just going to depend on your application, and just keep that in mind. Overall though, it is going to be pretty solid. It holds the bike really well. These straps at the bottom are going to pull the bike down and into the tray, and this main cradle up here is going to hold the bike upright, keeping it supported on the frame. Because it is making frame contact, we want to avoid our carbon frame bikes just so we don't damage that frame. But with the way this works, it is going to work really well for our alternative frame bikes and even some of our kids' bikes, just with the way the cradle moves up, pivots 360 degrees, and is able to move and adjust to fit those different frame styles. The rack doesn't tilt away, so if you do need access to the ladder or something like that, you will have to probably unload at least the innermost bike. I can get on the ladder right here, so that is just something to be mindful of. You might consider looking into something that does tilt away, like the Sarah Super Clamp, or you can go with a hanging style rack. Again, you'll probably have to unload the bikes on a hanging style rack, but that's just kind of the nature of these bike racks. Let's get it unloaded, starting with our wheel straps here. So we're going to press in on this gray button and release the ratcheting wheel strap. And then with one hand on the bike, we can undo the strap on the cradle up here. Pretty simple to do, and we can just lift it up and away. I'll set this to the side right now, and we can get a closer look at the bike rack itself. There are going to be these straps. You want to put them back just so they're nice and secure. I always like to have them kind of just taken care of. And then right now we can go ahead and fold down this mast by undoing this hand knob here, folding this plate back, and then we can tilt this to either side. And then I like to actually use this strap from the cradle to actually strap this down, because otherwise there's nothing really holding it in place. So we can just feed that through like that, and now that arm isn't going to pop up. So with it like this, let's get some measurements, starting with our ground clearance. At the back end and the lowest point here, we're going to have 21 inches of clearance. That's to this bottom edge here of that U shape. And then for our distance added, it is going to stick out quite a bit. We're going to be looking at 39 inches added to the back of your motorhome here, which is quite a bit. Again, if you're looking for 4 bikes, maybe consider a hanging style rack that will be more condensed. But when the bikes are unloaded, we can fold this upright. We've got a clip on this side of the rack and a threaded hand knob on this side here, closest to me. I'll undo that threaded knob now that the clip is out, and we can fold this upright. Once that is aligned with those holes, we can re-thread this in. And I like that it threads because it almost acts like an anti-rattle and keeps this pivot point really solid. That for me is a huge plus on the back of a motorhome especially. And re-secure that clip. Our new measurement for distance added is only going to be 12 inches here. So that is significantly condensed, and you can even get some visibility of your license plate through here. It's not perfect, but it is at least something better than some of the hanging style racks that have a post just completely blocking it. Now down at the bottom, we do have it working in our 2-inch by 2-inch receiver tube, and it comes with its own locking anti-rattle bolt, keeping things solid and secure in the hitch. And overall, I think if you're looking to get 4 bikes to your campsite, this is a good option. You are making some sacrifices, but you're going to be making sacrifices, I think, no matter what. If you're looking to carry this many bikes, look into a hanging style rack if some of these sacrifices aren't ones you want to make, and just figure out what's going to work best for you and your bikes. Thanks for watching.
Now we're going to go ahead and take it on our test course. First we'll start with the slaloms. This is going to show the side-to-side action. It's kind of going to mimic the movements that you'll see whenever you're driving down the road normally. Now we'll have the alternating speed bumps. This is going to be more so like the uneven roads and some of that uneven terrain you might be traveling on, and see how it holds up.